Well, it's December 30th. One more day of December, and then we've got the new year. Well, I've got a few things I've got to go get done today. I thought I'd take you guys with me. I still have not taken down the Christmas tree, the nativity scene, or any of those things. The tree is still up, which is unusual for me because I like to take it down as soon as I can. And the nativity scene is still up. I don't have a lot of decorations to take down this year. I've got a little tree out front and I've got a little wreath out front, so I'll have to take those down. But it's not like I have an abnormal amount of stuff to worry about this year. I really don't. I do have to clean up today. But if you know, January 1st starts our Three Rivers Pantry Challenge, the Three Rivers Challenge, where we eat out of our pantry, solely out of our pantry for 2 months. And I'm not making any kind of additions to that. I will eat solely out of the pantry. Now, if there's be something that we should have, then of course we'll go get that. But I don't know of anything that I would need that I don't have to eat. I am running to the store today because I don't have any soy sauce, and soy sauce is something that we'll eat a lot with the rice that I have. So I'm planning on eating some of that rice out of the pantry, and so I'm going to need some soy sauce. I'm going to need a new trash can. This one has bit the dust. Its handles completely come off on this end. I've had this, I don't know how long. This is the trash can that's in the playroom. So I've just got to go run and get a few things like that that's needed around the house, because, you know, I won't be going to the grocery store for 2 months, and that's fine. Believe me, there's enough for us to eat here for 2 months without going to the grocery store. But I wanted to go to the grocery store to get the soy sauce and just pick up a few other things that I needed. One of those trash cans, and look around a bit. I thought you guys would want to go with me. I know a few of you noticed that I say you guys sometimes instead of y'all. I am Southern Appalachian. I did grow up with everybody saying y'all, and we all said y'all, and we all sometimes do. I tried not to say it. I tried to cut that out of my vocabulary because it's not something that I wanted to continue to say. I'm not sure why, but whenever I entered school, I cut out the use of the word y'all, and so I've tried not to say that, try to correct myself and not say it. It comes out occasionally, but most of the time I try to say you guys or all of you, and that's just what I've done for years. But I occasionally do say y'all, and I understand y'all like nothing else. So if you want to continue to say y'all, then feel free. I may or may not say it, just depending on how things are. But yeah, I did grow up with everybody saying y'all. Well, I'm gonna go out here. It looks like a beautiful day. Let me get my purse and my keys. I've still got quite a bit of catching up to do with my cleaning and storing things. I've still got a lot to get done. See, this is all the little wreath. The little wreath fell off of its hook. And then there's the little Christmas tree that I had out on the porch this year. So that's not a lot to put up. And then I got this little Merry Christmas sign. So that's not a lot to put up this year. I love to feel the sun. It feels so good this morning to get a little dose of vitamin D. I'm going to look forward to getting out a little bit. I'm looking for a trash can and some soy sauce. And excuse me. Those should be the few things that I'll be getting today. I got the garbage down to the end of the road. The trash pickup will be tomorrow. They've been really good about picking up the trash, so everything looks good. It don't look crazy. Some years it's just piles of stuff out here after Christmas, and it looks really crazy. But this year it looks good. And it's a beautiful day, so it's a good day to get out. I'll bring you along with me. I found this. I thought this was really interesting. So it's raw honey. It's $12.99. I had never tried that from Walmart. Well, I'm back with my haul. I did not get a trash can. They were not within my budget, so I just said no thank you. I got Donald's wheat bread. Got Fancy Feast for cookie. I got some bacon. Some liver pudding. If you're not familiar with liver pudding, I think that's a southern dish. It's just liver and different things, and you slice it. You can fry it or put it on a sandwich. I got some oysters. I got the hoisin sauce and soy sauce. Milk. The honey that I showed you in the store that I wanted to try. 3 bags of vegetables when I just want to make a little bit of vegetable soup. And that's all I got. I'll have to just go ahead and make do with this for just a little bit longer until I find the right trash can that I need to go in here. That's okay. I think that'll last for a little while longer until I find the right thing. Let me go put all this cold stuff up. Both my family and Donald's family grew up eating oyster stew. We're about 5.5 hours away from the beach. A lot of vacation and a lot of fishing trips were gone down to the coast when we were growing up. Of course, it's changed a lot. There are people from other states that are buying up the property, maybe even other countries that are buying up the beach. So it's not quite like it was when we were growing up there. But when we were growing up, we did. We went to the beach on a regular basis. Oyster stew was part of our holiday meals, and it still is. I didn't cook this Christmas, so I didn't make much of anything. But I am going to make Donald and I oyster stew for dinner tonight, for supper. And I'm nibbling on a turkey leg, if you're wondering what I'm nibbling on. I slow cooked a turkey and got it good and crispy. So I'm having a turkey leg for lunch today. A turkey leg and some chocolate milk. I got hungry coming back from the store, coming back from Walmart. So this is what I did. I came home and ate my turkey leg instead of going out to eat, which I'm going to try to quit doing, which I won't be doing in January and February because we'll be eating out of our pantry. I'm looking forward to that. Got a few things that I needed today. I'll probably make oyster stew, and I'll share with you how I do that. And we're getting ready for the Three Rivers Challenge, the pantry challenge for January and February. Not a lot to prepare for that, just had to pick up, I just picked up some soy sauce, some Kikkoman hoisin sauce, so that I'd have that on hand because we'll be eating some of the rice that I've got in the pantry and making some rice dishes, and I want to be sure I have that to go with it. I usually don't buy anything to prepare for the Three Rivers Challenge. I just eat solely from my pantry. I don't give myself any budget because if we don't have it, then we don't need it. We can figure out a way around it, especially for just a month or two. I like to do that. It strengthens my consumer perspective, and it helps me make better choices. It gives me the strength to say, if I don't have it, I don't need it. Let me find another way to make something delicious. And so that's what I do. I won't be buying anything in addition to. I'll have the regular meal plans that I always have, and I'll share those with y'all as I go along. I'll show you what we eat. And you know, we eat leftovers here, so you may see similar things. I may fix a big pot of something, and we may have those leftovers for several days. but I'm going to share them with you anyway. I'm going to share how I prepare them. I'm going to share with you sometimes how I make them a little bit better or change them over so that they're just as good as when I originally made the dish, and just show you what I do with some of the things in my pantry and how we make it by, how we keep from spending an arm and a leg on groceries. This pantry challenge is a great way to access where is everything going and where are you spending your money. And, you know, you can train and discipline your palate to eat what you have. Not what do I want today, but what can I eat and make with what I have on hand. I like doing that. It's good exercise for us, for our family in general. And so that's coming up here in January and February. I'm looking forward to it, actually. You know, not to go to the grocery store for 2 whole months. That's a real treat. It really shows you where your grocery money goes. You know, we're not doing this to sock it to the economy or anything like that. We're doing this as a survival means. We're doing it as making good use out of everything we've got in our pantry, making sure it doesn't get too old, make sure you eat it in a timely manner, and stock it fresh as you go along. And to save money, to discipline our palates to the things that are good for us, to what we have on hand. You know, we have so many varieties of food. There's just so much to choose from. We don't always need all of it, do we? But I'll share with you what we do with all the stuff that we put up, all of the stuff that we have on hand, the dishes that we make. And maybe that'll give you some ideas. And as I watch the Three Rivers Challenge from other people, I'll get ideas for myself. And that's the way it works. It's a lot of fun to do that. And so we're doing that this year. And it's coming up. It's coming up quickly. In fact, today is Monday. So the first day of the Pantry Challenge will be Wednesday on New Year's Day. So it's just right around the corner. And that's a good time to kind of make decisions. I'm porch sitting. I'm not really on the porch. I've got a chair right here in the driveway where the sun's shining right now. And I'm absorbing some vitamin D. Over there's my little porch. A lot of times that's where I sit, right here. I've got this thing turned around. Sorry, y'all. But I'm sitting here in the chair, just on the driveway, getting a large dose of vitamin D. Helping my body kick the last of this illness that I've had all month long. I've had this sickness that I've had all of December. It's been rough. It's been debilitating. It's consumed a lot of my time and energy, and I haven't got as much done as I wanted to get done. It did not stop me from enjoying Christmas. I did enjoy Christmas thoroughly. It's just I had to drag around this crud with me, which made things harder. But it in no way dampened my ability to enjoy my Christmas. It was a great Christmas. I got to see family that I love dearly. I got to enjoy time, and it was wonderful. There's one more day of December at the time of this video. And then it will be January of 2025. It'll be a whole new, fresh year. Always very exciting to embrace a new year and see what happens, see what comes with the new year, Some years are easier and smoother than others, and some years are very hard. But we're going to do the best we can no matter what year we have. We're going to trust and move on and enjoy our life. Now this is a winter garden that I'm sitting out here looking at on this sunny day. I'm going to absorb some of the sun. I've got a lot of beautiful birds in my yard, and I have a lot of bird song. I've shared it with you before. You may have heard a lot of the birds that are here. We have several sets of cardinals. We have blue jays, titmouse. We just have beautiful bluebirds, indigo buntings. We have some beautiful birds out in our yard. Of course, I don't have the kind of camera that can capture most of these. Sometimes I can occasionally catch one for you, but for the most part, they're just flitting around us and enjoying their life, and I can't hardly catch them. But sometimes you will hear their song, especially really early in the morning. It's not early in the morning right now. I've already went to the grocery store and picked up a few things, and I got back, and of course that wore me out because I haven't been doing a lot physically while I've been healing. You know, having some issues with breathing, having some congestion, just a lot of goes on with all this that's coming along this time of the year. But I am feeling better. It's all breaking up, and of course that's a process of its own, messy, loud process that I have to deal with. So I've been dealing with that. I was inside doing a few projects, and I looked outside and I said, oh, it's time to go sit in the sun. It's time to go do some porch sitting, whether I'm on the porch or not. There are many instances of porch sitting. Porch sitting is a part of an Appalachian's life. I don't care who you are. If you know Appalachians, then you know what the porch means to an Appalachian. It's a form of escape. If you're in the kitchen and you're overwhelmed and you got to step out and take a minute, you can run out on the porch. Of course, you can always use the excuse that you got to throw some scraps out to the chickens, and you can go out there and get your little break. Set out on the porch for just a little bit and get away from your kitchen for just a bit. It's also just a wonderful break to come outside and just breathe and absorb vitamin D and get encouraged. So porch sitting is very important in an Appalachian's life. Now, growing up, we had a front porch and we had a back porch. Our back porch was screened in. It was used for a lot of storage. You could even sleep back there on the back porch. And then our little front porch, of course, you know, was open to the highway. And whenever you came out on your front porch, people always saw you. And that's how it is here. If you come out on the front porch, there are cars and neighbors, and, you know, you'll see a lot of people, but that's okay too. I'm just going to absorb the sun and enjoy my garden and enjoy the plans that I'm going to make for this garden in the next coming month. It's exciting to think about what this year will bring. Will it be a good gardening year? Will it be a bad gardening year? We've had some rough gardening years. Our gardens have not done too good. Last year, we had delayed rain. It took up forever for it to rain on anything, and then when it did rain, it came all at once, and it seemed like it was never distributed out the way the garden needed it. It was always way too wet or way too dry, and that's just the way it was last year. And so my garden was a lot of work and a little bit of fruit. We didn't get a lot out of it. So that's how it is some years. The herbs did wonderfully, of course, and there were some other things that we harvested, but not like Not like we usually do. Usually we have just a bumper crop and get everything we need for the year from when I grow. It was a little struggle this year. I'm going to try and do some things different if I'm able to get done all that I want to get done in the garden. And of course, I'll share those things with you along the way. I am still in the process of trying to use up what seeds that I have and what seeds that I have saved. I'm not wanting to make a big seed purchase this year, and I didn't make a big seed purchase last year. Now, generally, I go through and make a list of things that I want to grow, and I'll make a big seed purchase. But I'm trying to become more independent in my saving of my own seeds and just regrowing my own seeds. And I'm trying to not purchase as many seeds every year, make use out of what I've got, and to grow only what I really like and what we really use. Now, we always grow a lot of tomatoes, a lot of cucumbers. We grow squash, summer squash and winter squash. We sometimes try to grow watermelon. Sometimes we have success with that, and sometimes we don't. It's not so much as our area. We could probably grow watermelon. It's just our lack of full sun. You can see over to the side of us right there that it's already completely shaded on that side of our house. So there's complete shade there. There is still some sun here in the front yard, right here across our driveway right now, and right here at the front of the house there is full sun. Now, I've got a lot of work to do over here in the gardening area, in my little garden patch. There's a lot to be done there. I'm behind in cleanup out here in my winter garden. Normally, I don't have any of this exposed. Normally, all of this has already been cleaned out. And I don't have everything that's out here like it is now. But I had a rough time trying to get everything done. Did not get it done this year, and some years are like that. It's okay. It's okay to let some years get ahead of you, because no matter what point you get out here, you'll get it all caught up. Donald and I just need one good day. We need one good day of coming out here and just spending all day, and we'll have 90% of it caught up on just one good working day. And that might be coming soon. And if that happens, then we'll be able to just get things caught right up, and we won't be behind anymore. I don't want to start out the year feeling like I'm behind. I think I've started out for the last few years feeling behind and feeling like I've had to kind of chase to keep up with everything. And I don't want to start out with that feeling this year. I want to start out with ahead of the game, ready to go, a plan of action, and just get my garden back in shape. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you included in that. It feels good out. It really does. Now, we have some tall trees across the street, and in those tall trees we have some hawks. We have a family of hawks. I noticed the hawk when we first moved here. We had one big hawk, and over the years that hawk has turned out to, I think there's 3 over there now. And of course those have to be a family, because hawks are territorial. They wouldn't just let another hawk come in and settle up in those trees. So it has to be family, generational hawks. So that now across the street there are 3 hawks. And I see those hawks every single day. Now, we've got quite a big Lelands right here that are on our property. We planted for privacy there at the corner of our lot, and of course they've grown really big. They've been there for a long time. They do give us a lot of shade and a lot of privacy. And sometimes the hawks come and land in those big trees. So we've got a family of hawks that live across the way there. And there are deer across the street. I see deer. Even though that we're in the city, we still have a certain element of wildlife in our area. And of course, you know about the little squirrels that my little grandson loves to feed, and the possums. We had a family of albino possums that moved in. My little grandson says, "Grammy, there's a white possum in your garden." And we had to spend all day researching albino animals so that he could understand why there was a white possum out here in Grammy's garden. Now, we trapped those possums. Come to find out, there's 3 of them. There was 2 smaller possums that were probably babies. And then there was the one huge possum. And we relocated those out into the country where they would fit better and like it. I don't mind possums. Possums do not carry rabies, and they eat ticks. So they're a wonderful animal to have around if you've got room for them. We don't have room for them on this little lot, and there was way too many of them, and they were becoming nuisances. So Donald trapped those, and he relocated them. He just took them up to a friend's house that said, "Yes, I'd be glad to have you possums. Just let them out here at the lot. I've got plenty of possums. They'll fit right in." So we did that. There were friends of ours that joked and said, "So you didn't eat your possums?" No, we didn't eat the possums. Now, my family did grow up eating possums. My extended family, we never ate possums because Mama hated to fix those things. She had grown up eating them, and she did not want to fix those when she got on her own. So we never had possum, but we had family members that ate possum. And Donald's family, he had extended family members that ate possum. Possum, groundhog, many other animals. So that was in our background, but not so much passed down. We do love rabbit. We do eat rabbits. They're delicious. We love chicken. And if Donald hunts and ever gets a turkey or anything like that, then of course we enjoy those things that he hunts and brings into us. Then we certainly know how to fix it. And that is always a treat. That's something that, if you know what you're doing, can be fixed and be delicious. We always eat deer. And if Donald doesn't get a deer himself, we have so many friends and family that hunt that want to share their deer that we always get some deer meat. And it's welcome to me. That red meat is always welcome because beef is it's outrageous. I looked at it today just to compare the prices, and I was thinking, nobody can afford to buy this, so they're going to end up tossing all this beef into the trash can. That's what's going to happen. The beef is overpriced. Nobody can afford to buy it, so it's going to all be thrown away at the end of its sale date. And that's sad, when all they have to do is just make the beef affordable, right? Just make it affordable so that people can buy it. Of course, there's a whole lot of politics attached to all the food. It seems simple to me and to you, but that's not the way that it usually goes, is it? There's a little bird over to the side of me. He's singing. It is a beautiful day. Look at the sky. Absolutely gorgeous. What a beautiful blue, beautiful winter sky. It's a beautiful day. Just beautiful. Enjoying it today. Sitting out here and just absorbing some vitamin D, and then we'll go in the house and I'll show you how we make oyster stew. Well, that wraps it up for this video. How to make the oyster stew is going to be its own small, short video. Thank you for joining me today, and like always, until next time.